What up, you should Timmy's here. Here is my throwback segment where I talk about the films that turns 10 and 20 this week. Alright, the films turning literally 10 years old are two of my favorite comedies of that year. I remember well I pretty much had college at the time. But I remember literally watching both movies literally the exact same week. And what a week it was that time. 10 years ago today we had the Ben Stiller and Eddie Murphy comic film Tower Heist, where of course Ben Stiller played like this employee who was just pretty much who was pretty much you know who pretty much managed one of New York's most luxurious well secured residents, and pretty much and one of the condo's most notorious residents is Arthur Shaw, portrayed by Alan Alda, who is under house arrest for theft more than $2 billion from his investors, including Josh and his coworkers. So he is determined to reclaim the retirement fund that Shaw stole from them. So they pretty much decide to pretty much team up with this petty crook named Sly, played by Eddie Murphy, to help them break into Shaw's home and all, and to steal like 12 million. I mean, this movie is so hilarious. It's directed by Brett Ratner, who of course is always awkward to talk about Brett Ratner nowadays. But of course, Brett Ratner did gave us the Rush Hour movies, Red Dragon, X Men, Last Stand. But this is, to be honest, this might be my favorite Brett Ratner movie. It's so funny. The heist aspect is really good. Obviously, I'm a little biased towards this movie because the Thanksgiving Day parade that is featured in this film, I actually went to that parade and like literally saw that parade in person. So I'm a little biased towards that too. So yeah, I mean Ben Stiller and Eddie Murphy, I thought those two had great chemistry with one another. It's a shame that they haven't done another movie together because I thought those two really play off each other well. You also had Taylor Leone, Matthew Broderick, Casey Affleck, Alan Alda was so good in this. Uh, Stephen Henderson, who could be seen in Dune, he was really good. I mean, this movie definitely has some really fun laughs. The heist aspect is really good. I mean, if you guys have not really seen Tower Heist, you can probably find it on Peacock, I believe. Go watch it. It's hilarious. All right, also turning 10, we got another comedy that premiered that week, and that is A Very Harold and Kumar Christmas. Now, Guantanamo Bay was pretty cool and all, but I probably prefer the Christmas one. This movie is so fun. I of course do love the Harold Kumar films. I mean, of course, Cal Penn and John Cho both are great. You also had Neil Patrick Harris, who, by the way, is actually shooting a TV show literally here in New York City, so it's pretty cool there. But anyway, uh, yeah, this A Very Harold Kumar. I remember watching this one in theaters. I saw this thing in mind blowing 3D, and I thought a 3D Harold Kumar like film sounded weird and all, but the 3D aspect was so cool to watch. I mean, top off, you also had Danny Trejo was also in this, pretty much playing John Cho's father-in-law. I mean, what more could you ask for there? This is definitely a really cool one. I mean, the animation scene, that like the claymation animation scene, I thought was really fun. I mean, this movie is so hilarious. I'm still hoping we get a fourth Harry and Kumar in the future because those should just play off each other well. But we of course do have three great ones. I mean, I did love the White Castle throwback. That was really cool. So yeah, Very Harry Kumar is so awesome to watch. But anywho, all right, films turning 20. We got Pixar's Monsters Inc. Just think about it. 20 years ago, we literally had Shrek and Monsters Inc. in the same year. Just wrap your heads around that. I mean, of course, definitely makes sense that they actually premiered Monsters at Work this year, since this year is the 20th anniversary of Monsters Inc. And I just love this film. Monsters University was pretty cool, and Monsters at Work is not bad either, but nothing beats the original. You got Billy Crystal as Michael Wazowski. You got John Goodman as Sully. Those two are so good in this. The little girl in this boot is, of course, literally one of the most adorable kid cartoons there is. Of course, you had Jennifer Tilly was also in this. Bonnie Hunt. I mean, Steve Buscemi as the voice of Randall. This is such a really fun one. I mean, the great music in this. Great score. Definitely one of my favorite Pixar movies that is not Toy Story related, to be honest with you. So yeah, it's a really decent one if you guys haven't seen it. All right. Also turning 20, we got Domestic Disturbance, which pretty much stars John Travolta and Vince Vaughn. And here you got John Travolta who plays Frank Morrison, who plays this guy who no longer lives with his ex-wife Susan, played by Terry Polo from Foster's fame, as well as their 12-year-old son Danny, played by Matt O'Leary. But Susan and Danny now live with Rick Barnes, played by Vince Vaughn, who's actually Susan's new husband. And so, like, Danny, who has a reputation for telling lies, has accused his stepfather of pretty much committing a murder, but Frank is the only one who really believes him. Now, Danny must trust. Now, the father, Danny, must pretty much trust most protected him to try help him keep away from his stepfather here. I mean, Vince Vaughn is so creepy. Whenever you think of Vince Vaughn, obviously you think of hysterical comedies like Wedding Crashers, Old School, and all. But when this guy wants to go creepy, whether he's playing Norman Bates in the Psycho remake, whether it's Domestic Disturbance, or most recent Freaky, this guy could do creepy really well, and he shows it perfectly. This is a creepy film worth checking out. I mean, John Travolta is so great. Yeah, I mean, if you guys have not really seen Domestic Disturbance, it's not really a movie that gets talked about a whole lot, but it's a really fun one. This movie will leave you guessing from beginning to end. It's entertaining. I mean, definitely go watch it if you guys haven't seen that. All right. Last but not least, turning 20, we got The One, which is pretty much an action comedy, like an action, not really full on comedy, but an action adventure movie that stars the likes of Jet Li, Jason Statham. Now, those two actually worked together pretty well. I mean, they also did Unleash together, The Expendables. So, yeah, Jet Li and Jason Statham both really have cool chemistry right there. And The One is actually pretty fun. It's definitely really, a fun action movie there is. Delroy Lindo's great. Carla Gugino's also in this. I mean, here you got, you pretty much got, like, Jet Li, who portrays, like, mostly two characters here in dual roles. He portrays Gabriel Ola, the police officer confronted with a sinister form of himself, escaped from this event's parallel universe, and intent on killing Gabriel, his alter ego. That he hunts culminates in like a fate battle between good and evil that like challenges Gabriel's perception of reality and forces him to examine the hidden evil within himself. I mean, this is a really it's not a great movie or anything, but it's definitely one of Jet Li's coolest roles. I mean, he literally plays not one but two characters. It's pretty much Jet Li's version of Double Impact. I put it that way. Jason Statham is of course great in this. Carl Gugino. I mean, it's of course directed by James Wan, who also gave us the first Final Destination movie and Dragon Ball Evolution. But yeah, The One is a really fun one to watch if you guys haven't seen that. All right. That's pretty much it. Let me leave you guys. Which of these films stand out to you the most? While I like very Harry and Kumar Christmas, the one that stands out to me the most there will obviously be Tower Heist. And the 20-year one, no question about it, Monsters Inc. Anyway, drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This is Timmy signing out.